Have you ever tried calling on your own number from your phone? It will always come busy. In the same way, we have time for everyone in life, for our friends, family, colleagues. But for one person for whom we don't have time is we our own self. Life is all about exploring our own capabilities and improving along the way. And believe me, with my story, you will realize that anything can be achieved provided you plan for it. But yes, if you fail to dream, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place as you are today, even in the next year. This is a story of underconfident boy from Kota whose hand used to tremble while giving speeches to becoming a person who embraced growth on his way. The journey of attaining confidence and succeeding in delivering more than 20,000 students in a single go. From losing in equity market during juvenile college days to becoming a full-time market participant. This is a story of failures, setbacks, negative peer pressures to accomplishment and friends for life. Eventually, there were two paths which were leading me into my future. Let me simplify it for you. I studied in modern school and I was an introvert till the age of 15. I rarely spoke to any girl even though I was studying in a co-ed school. And public speaking, believe me, was something I completely dreaded of. Things finally start to turn around when I chose commerce in 11th class. It was a class of 50 students where there were more than 35 girls and less than 15 boys. I had no option but to interact with my opposite gender. When I was in 12th class, out of complete surprise, I was nominated as the head boy of my school. But after hearing this news, all I could think of was my glossophobia and the number of speeches I will have to give as the head boy of the school. As a result, I asked my principal to remove me from my position. But Weber sir had full faith in me. So I trusted his decision and continued with what I had already received. And I think it was his confidence that has made me who I am today. Nevertheless, when I was tasked with my first assignment of delivering a speech in front of my whole school, I was scared. To say the least, I could not even sleep the night before. And as a result, it went like a nightmare. I had been preparing for those 2 pages for 5 days only to speak half a day. But I chose to see the brighter side of it. That day, I had faced the biggest fear of my life. I literally spoke in front of 3,000 plus students at a single time. And this perspective changed everything from there on. From then on, every time I was in front of mic, I could feel the confidence. And with time, the nervousness started to disappear. The last year of my college taught me so much. I think finally you can believe me that I don't fear stages finally anymore. Everyone has something special about them. It is only the lack of overcoming the fear that stands in your way to success. And if you want to make it big in life or market, you need to have conviction on your own conviction. Nothing great was ever achieved without it. I come from a family of financial professionals. I am third generation into the markets. My grandfather started his broking business in 1980s and my father joined him in 1990s. I still remember that in my childhood were completely filled with CNBC and not with Cartoon Network. I remember when I was in 8th class, I used to sit with my grandfather while he was trading and he used to teach me small things about market. He used to teach me how to put orders. It was all like a video game for me. Flashy lights, ever-changing numbers, and I used to completely love it. I also enjoyed making dummy money at the dummy sessions held in the exchange. Started feeling that I know everything about this market. And fast forward to 12th, my economic teachers used to love everything about market. And she used to discuss about market almost in every of her lectures. And I used to rave about knowledge of the same in order to impress others in my class. I even read more than 20 plus books on financial market just to impress everyone in my class. After that, I cleared my 12th, CPT and IPCC with flying colors. And I decided to come to the city of dreams. Ultimately, Mumbai is and has the biggest market. I started as an intern in EY, which gave me the best headshot for my career. There every day, interesting conversations about markets, charts, Latest news, latest market movements used to happen, and I used to simply love it. And it felt though as if I was made for trading. After all, I had already made money during dummy trading sessions for almost 5 years plus. Just like that, I started trading in Mumbai as well. But all my confidence, rather I should say my overconfidence, came crashing down, and I was actually losing money in market. Even if I made money in one transaction, I used to lose even more money in my next transaction. After some time, I came to Kota for Diwali vacations and sat down with my father and discussed everything. And I kid you not, I was surprised to see the reaction of my father. He was actually very happy that I was losing money because he thought that if I had made money in market, I would not be able to focus on my CA final exams and I would have failed in my exam. Coming back, I was prohibited from trading and he asked me to solely focus on my studies till my CA exam. I learned a very important lesson right there. Never compromise with your studies for money or for market or for anything else. First clear your exams, get a good qualification and then come into the markets. Post clearing my CA, my father himself gave me 25 lakh rupees of his own for me to trade in the market. I was so scared that for the first 6 months, I never ever dared to use more than 5 lakh rupees. I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did earlier. But this time, I had more real life experiences, that too from my own father and grandfather. Also, I set some rules for myself and finally, things started to turn around for me. It's always necessary to have a balanced approach of both book and street learning while focusing on a time-tested process to make it big in the market. Also, as a young aspirant of your dream, try to keep your feet on the ground. Coming to a city like Mumbai, naturally, even I got very excited, and in that excitement, I got distracted. And even I got involved in some bad companies, but luckily, I had some very good friends who eventually brought me on the right track. The extreme change in environment had brought me to both positive and negative ends of the spectrum. Friendships are something that we choose on our own. So be very careful about choosing who is your friend and who is not, because a good circle can eventually turn around things for you while a bad one can ruin your life completely. I was fortunate enough to have good bunch of people around me. Like Avanti used to make me attend the classes, and if not, I had quite a bit of explaining to do. Mohit and Chandan on the other hand helped me during my CA exams, especially when I was struggling emotionally. Mudit, Mohini, Darshan, Narendra, my colleagues helped me in the office and protected me like their family. They used to even protect me from the negative peer pressure. My passion for market and speaking got blended as I observed that most of the people are not financially literate in India, and it has become the need of the hour. In the beginning, we launched over 200 plus financial literacy sessions and educated over 20,000 plus people. And we even got recognized by Rajasthan government for our initiative. I absolutely loved conducting these lectures and talking to people about financial awareness and helping them become financial literate. The next step in this direction came through Invest Aaj for Kal by the end of 2018. By the way, my first 1,000 subscribers were gained by me by going in various conferences and events and literally requesting people for their phones and subscribing my channel through their phone. But our 1.5 years of consistent efforts were coming to a stalemate. Even after uploading more than 200 plus videos, we just had over 25,000 subscribers, and the only view which I got were from my existing clients or my friends and family. But as they say, before giving you anything big, God tests you that whether you deserve it or not. And for me and my family, and even for my wife who supported me all throughout, it was testing time for all of us. But finally, things started to turn around when in Feb 2020, we were awarded as the Creator on the Rise Award from YouTube India. Our channel got featured in the trending list for next 24 hours. We got over 6,000 subscribers in a single day and over 6 lakh views in a single day. And it finally motivated me. Today, we are a family of more than 8 lakh subscribers on YouTube and 2 lakh plus people on Telegram and growing. Well, my story has not ended yet. There is so much more to achieve and to experience. So many doors of opportunity to open and lessons to learn. I am stepping into the new phase and next phase of my life with many more chapters and stories to come. Hopefully, igniting new ways, new pathways for others along the way. And what life is all about is quitters never win and winners never quit. Keep growing and keep improving yourself on a daily basis.